2021 season of Diecast Racing at Sylvain Woods Raceway. We have an exciting show for you today. The GTC Diecast Racing League's first theme race, American Muscle. I'm Cale Trickle, high atop the new Sylvain Woods Race Control Tower. The view from up here is amazing. We have some exciting diecast racing planned for 2021. I'm joined by my partner, Senior Junior the Third, and SJ, how'd you get permission for us to be way up here?
Permission? Well, I just had the crew haul up the equipment and get it set up. I tried to get the Diecast League canopy up here, but that was a bit much. Besides, it's this view that matters the most.
So, what you're telling me, SJ, is that we're not supposed to be up here?
I'm sure it's fine.
Well then, who's that climbing up the ladder?
You guys can't be up here. It isn't safe. You have to be down there. Your spot's all the way down there. You two need to leave.
Well, sir, we're all set up, and we're ready to broadcast from here.
Nope. You see that spot down there? Way down there? You guys can't be up here. It's not safe. You have to be down there.
SJ, what'd you get us into? SJ? SJ?
Well, race fans, it's a perfect day for...
No. SJ, you sort this out. I'm going to do an overview of today's race and the track. So, folks, today's race is the Diecast Racing League's first theme race. It'll be a great introduction to some changes to the track and the new scoring format we have for 2021. This track is about finding the balance between speed and control. You can see an average lap time of 7.49 seconds, and with 4 straightaways, it rewards drivers who can use their speed there. But now what about those hairpin turns?
You're right. It's a balance between control and speed when it comes into those turns. Let's see who can handle those hairpin turns today.
Let's take a look at the new improvements around the raceway. In turn number 1, there's been catch fence added, as speeds are much higher going in there. Turn number 2 has been extended down past Old Thompson's Mill. It leads into Lake Lure, which is now at the bottom of the hill. The third straightaway has that extended guardrail. As speeds are so high, it has saved many drivers from plummeting off there. Turn 3 is steeper to get higher speeds going into that final straightaway, and now it encircles the new Racers Cafe. Coming down that long final straightaway to the finish line, you'll see that we have a new burger truck strategically placed next to our canopy. They have the world famous SJ3 burger.
What do you mean we can't be set up at the base of the tower either? Nope, you gotta be in your original spot down there.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna introduce the drivers for today. We're gonna take a look here. We have Arthritis in his 90s Chevy Impala. Next up is Betty Boop in the 69 Dodge Charger 500. Speed Queen in the 72 Dodge Challenger. Following them up is Milo Jones in the 69 Dodge Challenger 500. When it comes to the sport of diecast racing, this is the place to be. Today's drivers lineup include young and old, men and women, and it should be exciting. And we have 3 Dodges and a Chevy in here. Arthritis is on the pole for heat number 1. What a great start by Arthritis going into turn number 1. He is pulling away. Speed Queen pushing Betty Boop into turn number 2. Coming down into the final turn.
Oh, Betty's on her roof and Milo Jones hits her.
Arthritis wins, followed by Speed Queen.
We gotta take a look at this instant replay to see what happened to Betty Boop. Going into turn number 2, Betty and Speed Queen are right on each other. Speed Queen gets right behind her and pushes her around turn number 2. Ending her on her roof. Milo Jones, unable to get around, ends up hitting her on her roof. Not a good day.
Taking a closer look, you can see Speed Queen was in under Betty Boop and flipped her. I think we're going to see some heated rivalry between those two today.
Bumps and bruises, that's what this sport's all about. It's very physical. I'm sure they're going to be in for a long day at this race.
Well, here in the second heat, they are starting on the front row right next to each other.
I'm sure they have some words going back and forth, and maybe a couple of hand gestures too.
And they are off in the second heat. Speed Queen gets a great start out of turn number 1. Betty Boop is hanging tight though. Out of turn number 2, it is Speed Queen, followed by Betty Boop, who got some air.
Ends on a roof again, and so is Speed Queen. Milo Jones ends up hitting Speed Queen.
It is Arthritis slowly creeping towards the finish line, and he will win heat number 2.
As you can see here on this instant replay, it looks like trouble all begins with turn number 2 again, as both Queen and Betty Boop end up airborne.
Yeah, Arthritis was able to push his way through there, but not Milo Jones. As you can see, he plows into Speed Queen. Taking a closer look at turn number 2 here, lots of speed coming out of turn 2. Speed Queen gets air, and Betty Boop gets air too. Everybody's okay. The safety crew is there quick, cleaned it all up, and we'll be headed to heat number 3 here. SJ, what do you think about that?
I know you mentioned earlier they extended those guardrails, and they're going to be working overtime today at this rate.
Yeah, looking at our standings after 2 heats, Arthritis with a big lead. Betty Boop and Milo Jones have not gotten across the finish line yet. Let's hope that changes in heats 3 and 4. Earlier today, I spoke with Arthritis, a newcomer. Let's take a look at that interview. Arthritis, glad to meet you. How you doing today?
Well, I gotta say I wasn't feeling so good this morning, but thanks to the arthritis cream, my pain's gone at the speed of me. Arthritis.
Well, thank you, Arthritis. Let's get back to racing. Speed Queen on the pole here for heat number 3, and everybody got a great start. Tight coming into turn number 1, but Speed Queen is pulling away, followed by Milo Jones in second. Speed Queen gets a little squirrely and bounces off those guardrails. Out of turn 3, spins around, but finishes second, followed by Arthritis.
Yep, let's take a look at this replay here. As you can see, coming into the final turn, Arthritis past Milo Jones. Milo Jones gets turned sideways. Betty Boop goes up and over him to finishes in third. Milo Jones isn't having a good day, as you can see here, with a 0 total.
Yeah, Milo Jones and Betty Boop are just having a rough day, as rough as that Betty Boop paint job, SJ3.
Absolutely. But the big story today is Arthritis. He's having one spectacular showing today.
Arthritis is fast, and that comes in handy when you're driving a muscle car. Milo Jones on the pole for heat number 4, and they are off. Arthritis with a big lead coming out of turn number 1. Betty Boop ends up on her side. Coming out of turn number 2, it is Arthritis sideways. Will he be able to carry enough speed to cross the line? Speed Queen coming in fast, but Arthritis wins.
Betty Boop, as you can see, on her side coming out of turn 1. In this instant replay, we can see here, she rides the top of the track, riding on that new catch fence, comes out, gets a little airborne, ends up on her side. Rough day for Betty Boop, and just as equally a bad day for Milo Jones himself. Coming out of turn 2, not having a spectacular day.
Look at Arthritis there.
That's all showboating at this point. He knows this is his race to lose, and he's not losing this one either.
Though that did slow him up, and Speed Queen almost caught him. Looking at the final standings, it is Arthritis over Speed Queen. Betty Boop and Milo Jones just had a rough day.
New drivers, new problems.
And not only that, it's a new track that can be very unforgiving.
Yeah, but you have to give them some credit. They both got banged around a lot today.
They were both unrelenting and took some hard knocks. And how about that air they got off turn number 2?
They got as much airtime as we did calling the race.
You're right on that, SJ3. Well, that was some exciting diecast racing we had today.
The GTC Diecast Racing League has one purpose: to support diecast racing.
That's right, SJ3. Everyone help us out by liking and subscribing to our channel.
Also, be sure to leave a comment and ask some questions.
Like, should SJ have asked permission for us to move our diecast booth up on top the control tower?
No, not like that. I was thinking more like, how old is Arthritis? Or tell us what you liked about the show.
Well, until next time, I'm Cale Trickle, he's Senior Junior the Third, and we will see you down the track.